Hey everyone, some bit of news for today regarding Kalajdzic mainly. I also want to reflect a little bit on the Jeff Shee interview backlash that's been happening, especially on the Wolves YouTube channel. And there's something going on this Saturday that I'll mention at the end. So let's start with Sasa Kalajdzic. It took a while. We thought we'd know where he's going to go out on loan, probably before the English deadline at 7 o'clock on Monday. Obviously there was the rumours of Albion, that didn't happen, thank God. And then you're thinking, well, where's he going to go? When the English deadline passes, where's he going to go? We knew he had to leave because we're fully maxed out in non-homegrown players with 17. He made it 18. Again, I stick by it. I wish Wangi Chan would be the one to go out on loan. I think Kalajdzic could have offered some good, different option off the bench as a big lad. And I think he's done well when he's come on a few times in these first few games. But we've found out near enough on deadline day for LASK, the Austrian club. They come 7th in that league, in the top Austrian league last season. Probably not the level you'd expect him to go on loan to. It's not the greatest level, that's all I'm going to say, but it's good for him. I believe Wolves have had to cover part of his wages for this to happen, but I'm sure they're willing to do that to get him out the door to make his recovery good from his bad ACL injuries had over the years. But I'm happy for Kalajdzic. He goes over there, deal done. I think their deadline was 5 PM today, Friday, so they've got it done in time. And let's hope he can get some minutes in and some goals. There is a recall option on him. We can bring him back in January, because I know there's quite a lot of uproar because there's no recall option on Tommy Doyle and Boubacar Traore, which is probably a bad move, but there is for Pedro Lima if we need him to come back. So all the best, Sasa Kalajdzic. Again, it's a shame you've had to go, but rules are rules with the squad inclusions in the Premier League. 17 is the max we can have. And I just touched on the Jeff Shee interview there. Obviously, I did my reaction yesterday. I appreciate the comments on it. Obviously, some people still sticking up for Jeff Shee. I appreciate everyone's opinion. But I could not believe, right, I had a quick check at the comments on the official Wolves YouTube channel interview. I'm going to say about 85 to 90% were just going in on Jeff Shee, and that even surprised me. I do see it on Twitter and X and other social media platforms, the negativity towards him. But I'd say YouTube can be quite balanced, YouTube comments, and I was very shocked at everyone saying he's gaslighting, with it, you know, you're lying, actions speak louder than words, and they were going in. I mean, I was quite lenient in my reaction, but I guess it's right to say, isn't it? Because I think a lot of it was just trying to cover his comments about if you want success and trophies, maybe Wolves are not the club for you. So I think he come out with all that stuff at the end of the interview, saying about he wants an FA Cup, a League Cup, like let's do what Palace did, wants Europe again if we can. I think a lot of that was just to try and calm down the bad energy and bad noise towards Jeff Shee and the Wolves fans. But I mean, actions, as everyone is saying, speaks louder than words, and will be interesting to see what happens going forward if things start going wrong, because I think Jeff Shee realises now that he is the one who's going to get all the backlash and not Vitor Pereira if things go wrong between now and January. And look, Gary O'Neill took all the flack last season and got the sack, and Vitor come in, and Jeff Shee is very hands-on now. He said he literally gives Vitor Pereira recommendations for players, which is mad to me. I can't believe he's anywhere near that with his lack of football knowledge. He should stay away and stick to the business side and stick to employing people who can do all that stuff for him. But there we go. Very, very interesting chat, wasn't it? A lot of people are accusing Jeff Shee for having the questions set up. I think the media team actually did ask him some quite tough questions. They could have gone in harder, but they're not going to, are they? Because it'd be a bit awkward when they're an employee of him. But this is why they should give, I don't know, the Express and Star or other outlets the chance to speak to him and go in on him. And well, I don't even know if the Express and Star would, because they know where their bread's buttered, don't they? But it's some kind of outlet that can really ask him the real difficult questions. But I don't know, because they'd have gone through it all with a comb and just made sure everything was okay before they released it. They wouldn't have wanted to put out anything bad. But in saying that, the first 2 minutes of it when he was on about the window was good, that he lost half the audience straight away. Everyone turned it off. So thought I'd speak about that. And I was just surprised how mad all the comments were on the official YouTube comments on the Wolves YouTube channel. Anyway, last but not least, on Saturday, 6th of September, which is tomorrow at the time of recording, Dazzling Dave, it's the 3rd year. He puts on something called the Content Creators Cup. It's all for the Wolves Foundation. Thousands gets raised every year. I think tickets £5 per person if you want to come and watch. If you want, like, it all goes to charity. And yeah, it's like all the Wolves podcasts and fan channels and a few other fan channels, I think, like Walsall and that this year. Hopefully the Walsall fan channel play like the Walsall team and they're rubbish, but they're in our group actually. But yeah, just thought I'd mention it. We got to the final last year. The first year we actually come dead last. Don't know how it's going to go this year. We've actually got some listeners for the Wolves 77 Club podcast playing in it, and yeah, I look forward to it. So donate to that if you can. I'll leave a link below for that. The Wolves Content Creators Cup by Dazzling Dave and Always Wolves. There we go. Please like the video, everyone. Have a really good weekend on this international break. Comment your thoughts down below on what I've discussed in this video. And yeah, please subscribe and I'll catch you next video.